I basically said it under pressure because I thought if I said it plain blank, I would have lost you. So I'm younger. I was just 26.
Why not?
I'm
Chai,
sorry.
guys, I'm so sad. I'm so unhappy right now, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey Bethans, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Betha. I'm excited to have you here. Now, if you're new to my channel, you are most definitely welcome. Please make sure to hit on the subscribe button before you leave, and also give this video a thumbs up right now or at the end if you enjoyed watching it. Okay, of course, to my returning Bethans, you know I love you so much, but just in case you did not know that, I love you. All right, guys, let's talk about last night. I know we had our family meeting last night where we had spoken about the whole wager that they lost, and Ben's diary session, and Ben also wanting to see the clip because he's been feeling really down and all of that. But I knew for sure that them losing their wager and just being all gloomy and going back into the house would not be the only thing to happen, because you guys, I told you that Tofa had announced to Big Brother during his diary session that he was going to have the conversation about the age thing with Anita, and he said he was going to do it on Friday. So of course I was on the lookout for that particular conversation. So when they finished the whole wager, lost it, and went back into the house, everybody started getting food, started doing different things just to calm their minds down and all. Guys, I was patiently waiting. I'm like, Tofa, oh yeah, today is Friday, you better do it now. The earlier the better, the earlier the better. But you guys, immediately I saw Tofa's countenance, I'm like, dude is really struggling. He doesn't know how he would bring this forward. He doesn't know how he would say it. And for some reason, for some weird reason, Anita was being really sweet last night. I'm not saying she's not always sweet, but you know how when you do something bad and you're about to tell the person that you care about, but you're scared of hurting them, that's the time they will now be extraordinarily nice. Anita just kept asking him, are you okay? I know Big Brother made a joke out of your, wager. You know where he had said, Okrika is better than the app Tofa came up with, So it was more like her trying to console him and say, look, you did well, regardless of what Big Brother said. He now said, no, I'm just tired. At this time, he was trying to eat at the dining area. She was petting him. She was like, just take it easy. He now said, okay, that he's tired. He's tired. She now said, tired, like, how, like, what's the issue? He said he doesn't know, he's just really tired. She now said, okay, maybe it's like physical work and all of that, trying to put all the whole wager things together. He now said no, that he's mentally tired. I said, this conversation go hard, and he already told Big Brother that this conversation would be a very tough one, so he knew what he was getting into. She was like, okay, just take it easy on yourself, blah blah blah. He didn't even have appetite to eat. I'm like, wait, this love, it choke. Before we knew what was happening, Tofa was like, this place is noisy, let's go upstairs. Let's just go upstairs to the dressing area, let's leave here, because there were a lot of people there. They went upstairs. The place was still very noisy for Tofa. I'm like, hello Tofa, if you want to do this already, because every part of Biggie's house is noisy. Okay, there are 18 human beings there, so there's no privacy. He was like, oh, this place is noisy, let's go to the garden. Because even when they went upstairs, Anita was telling me, oh yeah, now let's talk about it now. What is it now? You said you wanted to talk about something. Oh yeah, tell me, what is it? Do you want to leave me? I said, ew. Anita, you are making this even tougher. You are making this tougher for Tofa. You're making this tougher for Tofa. Anyway, they eventually went to the garden, and Tofa was sulking. Tofa was, visibly scared, because he really, really likes Anita. I'm not talking love now. Let's even take love out of this equation. He really cares about Anita, and Anita does the same, because even shortly before they had their conversation, Anita was just telling Nelly how, she just hopes that on Sunday nothing happens to Aces, how they don't leave, how like she's really happy with the guy, just saying all of these things. And that kind of made me even more anxious, for this conversation. Now, they got to the garden, and Tofa is like, yeah, I told you, that we need to speak about something. Anita was like, okay, tell me, what is it? And he was like, I've been so restless, I've been uncomfortable, and I even had like a father and son conversation with Big Brother, And I just feel like I need to tell you something. I know that you asked me this question more than once. You gave me the opportunity to come clean to you, twice. But I was a coward. I have been a coward. I'm so sorry. I lied about my age. Guys, that was emotionally draining for me. And Anita was like, so why are you telling me now? Like, why now? Because I know I asked you, and even though I had my doubts, even though I had my reservations about your age and all of that, I decided it would be nicer for me to come and ask you about it. So when I came to you, I asked you about it, and you cleared my doubts by telling me that, we're age mates and all of that. So why would you make me look like a fool in the house? You know that everybody else in this house probably even knows your age. Why make me look like a fool? She was not having it at all. And Tofa was like, this was me trying to save our sheep because, everything I said to you about the age thing, I said under pressure because I was trying to protect our sheep. And that's the thing. You cannot save something by telling lies. It would always come back to hurt you. Like, I felt so bad. I felt really, really bad. Anita was just so sad. Her face was... For like 5 minutes, this girl was not saying anything. She was like, so why are you telling me now? And I said, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you, blah, blah, blah. Isha beg. At this point, he was holding her hand. Anita was like, please, just let go of my hand. Let go of my hand. She wanted to stand up. He was holding her. She was like, no, let go of my hand. He just let it go. She stood up and went inside. And when she went inside, it felt like Biggie's house became like a room, just a small room. She didn't know where to go and just cry. She felt like, if you had even told her this thing, when she was HOH, she would have had some privacy. She would have just cried somewhere. Nobody would know. But now, in this house, so she went upstairs. Like, she was just looking for a place to be by herself, and she had asked Ben, where she could stay, that she doesn't want to stay on her bed and all of that. Ben now told her, okay, that Fairme should take, because Fairme was upstairs there, that Fairme should take her to Wani ex-handy their bed, that she could sleep there and all of that. And so, Fairme took her there. She shall lay down there. It was beside Victoria's bed. She shall lay down there and all of that. By this time, Tofa was outside. He was really sad. From outside, he came back inside. Fairme saw his face and was like, guy, what's going on? What's going on? Fairme was trying to know exactly what it was. And Tofa was like, I'll tell you, but not now. I'll tell you. At this time, they were at the dressing area. He was bowing his head. He was crying. Like, he was really sad. There was even a part where Anita even went straight to the restroom before she went to that bed. She went straight to the restroom and was crying. She was crying, like literally cleaning up her tears and all of that. Tofa was still speaking with Fairme. Fairme was, asking, guy, tell me now, that if it's me, I'll tell you. I say, guy, keep quiet. This is not the time. The guy not tell you, say, relax. He go tell you. You don't go relax. He still say, no, you need to tell me. He say, I'll tell you. I will tell you. He say, if you see Anita's face, you need to go and speak to her. Whatever it is, you people should try and sort it out before tomorrow morning because it's not okay, blah, blah, blah. I think there was even a time when Anita came downstairs, to the kitchen area, to that, that seat they always sit down together, she and Tofa in the kitchen. That was where she now went there, sat down there, and was crying. Guys, this... The matters of the heart is not easy. It's really not easy. It's not easy at all. Because it was now so uncomfortable being in Biggie's house, her crying and wanting space. But, at the end of everything, she ended up on, Handy X1's bed. And because Fairme kept on telling, Tofa to go and speak to her, blah, 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 Tofa now said, okay, let me go and speak to her. Even though when he was not speaking to her, he was making sure to send someone to check up on her, because if you go now, you get fit to vest. So, but because of the pressure from Fairme, he now decided to go. He went to the room to speak to her. And then Anita was like, what do you want? I'm trying to avoid you. It's because of you I'm not on my bed. I'm trying to avoid you. What do you want here? Can you leave me alone? Blah, blah, blah. I will leave the room for you. I will leave this place for you. He now said, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sorry. And then he stood up and he left. I'm like, ew. I knew that the conversation was not going to be an easy one. But my worry here is, I feel like Tofa still lied. Except there's a mix-up with his age. Because what he told Anita in the garden is that he's 26. But then what MultiChoice put on their website is that this boy is 23 going to 24. So, what kind of lie is this one again? Do you use a lie to cover up a previous lie? Like, guy, what is going on? Or is it MultiChoice that made mistake? Because at this point, I don't really want to believe that Tofa go still lie again. Like, you go still lie again. But Anyway, I'm hoping that, you know, today they sort it out. I know that Anita really cares about him and vice versa. And yeah, she has a right to be upset because she came to you not once, she came to you twice for you to clear her doubts because she was hearing things and you were not forthcoming with the truth. So now you are now coming to tell her on a Friday night, we just lost our wager, and then it's just Saturday, Sunday now there might be evictions. She doesn't even know how to feel about all of this. So it's a lot for her to take in, and she deserves the right to say, you know what, I want to be left alone, you know. That's on period. But I'm hoping that they find a way around it because I like two of them together. You know, they look cute together. You guys already know how I feel about, you know, love. You know, again, like I said, I do not know if it is love, but I know that they genuinely care about one another, and I'm hoping that they're able to sort it out. And it's funny how Ben seemed a bit excited about the whole situation. Well, maybe not excited, because why are you making the conversation about yourself? He was now speaking to what's his name now, Michky, and I don't know if it was Fairme. One other guy was there, was speaking to them about, oh, you know, can you imagine Anita, that's always the very bubbly one, always smiling and all of that. Look at her face, you know, she's so sad, blah blah blah. That even him, he's been down since how many days? He didn't even dance at the pool party. That she's about to even. I'm like, guy, hello, how did we get here? Kilagbe, kilaju. What concerns us with this one now? Is this what we're talking about? You should be concerned about how to get your best friend to come out of whatever it is that is happening to her. You are just saying, if you see her eyes, big, everybody should get out. Get out! Guys, let me know, did you watch all that drama last night in Biggie's house? It was like really late at night. That's when all of these conversations happen. Because you know that the housemates don't go to bed so early. You know, they don't. So yeah, that's when it happened. And then of course, Ozzy and Onyeka, they finally had their own conversation, you know, finally. They've not spoken to each other since the whole Ebuka saying this, Ebuka saying that. But there's just been meetings here and there. Ozzy will gather people. He will talk about Onyeka. Onyeka will talk about Ozzy. But nobody is coming to talk to each other. And I'm like, girl, guy, shift. Give me road. Massive front. You know? And I told you during their diary session, Ozzy kept talking. Onyeka kept talking. I'm like, you guys, if you will not speak to one another, then don't stress me. So finally, they had a conversation in the garden, you know, last night. And you know, when lawyers sit down, once they start arguments like this, in all the end, this one will talk like this one will talk like this. You say, okay, so but then me, I don't deal with issues the way you deal with issues. For me, one of the ways to deal with issues is to avoid, you know, whatever it is that's causing the issue. The other one is say, oh, it's for me to just joke about everything. That's the way I'm able to cope with the issues, blah blah blah. They just went on and on and on, nobody wanting to take the blame for, you know, who led who on, who did not lead who on, who was flirting, who was not flirting. They just kept going on and on and on. But thankfully, the conversation went well in their, you know, according to their own standard, you know, so there's some level of peace, you know, between Ozzy and Onyeka. Now, will they get back to being as close as they were before? I have no idea. But is there some level of, you know, cordial relationship now, cordial friendship? Yes, you know, there's a bit of peace there. And to be honest, once you are cordial, it's okay. You know, you don't have to be any bestie. Everybody should just maintain their steez. Anyways, guys, that's everything that I talk to you guys about in this particular video. Let me know how you feel about Tofa and Anita's situation. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, really hoping that they sort it out today, because I don't know how I can cope, you know, just not seeing my Annie baby and my Tofa, you know, together. You know, I'm not happy about it, and I'm hoping that they resolve it soon. But again, let me know how you felt about this conversation. You know, do you think Tofa still lied? Because 23 going to 24 is not the same as 26. All right, thank you guys so much for being here. I love you so much, and of course I will see you guys on the next one. Okay, bye.